I have some concerns. And some of it doesn't add up here. There's something wrong with this Democratic Party. I'm more convinced than ever before. You might think I'm a nutcase here. You're free to think that way. It's the great thing about America, right? We can have opinion, differences in opinion. We mean here $17.99. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you nothing. And subscribe anyway if you're not a subscriber. And leave a comment. It doesn't cost you nothing. I don't bite. I may snarl a little bit, but I don't bite. Look, I have some concerns here. Some things just not making any sense. I don't know what is up with this Democratic Party. About 45, I guess 40 years ago, the Democrats complained about getting rid of Mendoza. I think that's his proper name, out in Venezuela. And then they turn around and they talk about we need to do something with Putin. Then they talk about Iran. And then you get the problem happening in Beirut with those soldiers getting killed. ICE running through out of Syria into Iraq, killing people, unarmed people basically, because he didn't believe in Sharia law. There's something wrong here. I mean, there's something really, really stinks about this. Well, Democrats in this state here in this state and many other states, including Virginia, are pushing out these outrageous gun laws that make zero sense, and these outrageous mag bans and this ban, and they're talking about registration and grandfathering, but there is no grandfathering because you got to register it anyway, which the registration is actually against the law because it was signed that way by Ronald Reagan, 1986. So I made a video on that. So it gives. Inside these sanctuary states, which were protecting illegals and some of these Sharia law people, because you had this open border by the administration. I don't pick on Biden. He was just a puppet. The administration, the Democrat administration, Democrat Party that ran that. Just like Democrat Party runs all these blue states now. Something screwy here. You have possible threats here. Well, I would say possible, now there are threats. And yet you want to be disarmed. It doesn't add up. None of this adds up. It just doesn't make sense. I know it's all political. We hate Donald Trump. We hate Donald Trump. We hate Donald Trump. Trump did this. Trump did that. Trump made a guy fall off the tree somewhere, cutting the tree limbs off. I mean, it's all Donald Trump's fault. You read social media, it's all the same thing, all negative. Even hate the military. Hate law enforcement. Hate DHS or DHS and ICE. They want to hate. Disband them. Get rid of them. Which is what this propaganda paper here is talked about. It doesn't add up. For 40 years, since the fall of the Shah and Iran went this takeover, we've been dealing with these people. and giving them their money back. There was an incident where they got U-235 enriched uranium. Russia helping them build their nuclear program. You had more money given to them, and there was a time where there was an aircraft on a tarmac. Iran wanted ransom money. Obama said it wasn't ransom money. I think it was. Many others think it was ransom money. And all that money they kept, and plus selling their oil, they're buying weapons. They're buying weapons. Some of the weapons are American made. And this should make the anti-gun people think about this, huh? No, they want gun control against us. Democrats know that their gun control laws do not stop criminals. They already know that. We already know that. We could preach that to a blue in the face. They know it. That's why they're doing it anyway. But it puts us at risk, puts innocent people at risk, and they don't care. They don't. So, another incident that bothers me too is our military installations. Now, we have military installations and defense, coastal defenses on the west coast, south, and on the east coast. Most of them on the east coast because it's heavily fortified. Like your industrial complex, which is your military industrial complex, which supports the military, and then you got these military training facilities, these bases. You have in Norfolk, Virginia, you have a naval base down there that builds ships and high technology down there. You have your airfields technology, Army, Navy, Special Forces, high technology, building materials for the military. These are in sanctuary states. And since ICE cannot pick up these people or trying to investigate about constant major pushback by the Democrat Party, there's a problem here. I mean, these people are defending it from what's coming in. But now they got to worry about what's already here. What do I mean by that? Okay, let me explain this to you. You got your military fighting in someplace else, but you got your enemy also inside your home. When you have a Democrat Party trying to turn around and say, well, we need to fund DHS, we need to defend ICE, we need to cut military law enforcement spending, we need massive gun control. Does anybody see this as something strange here? Or is it just me? I mean, it doesn't make sense. It seems like the Democrats don't have that flag in here. It doesn't seem like they don't have that loyalty here. It seems like they're working for somebody else and not for us. Now I understand they are a powerful organization. It has vast amounts of resources. They're politically inside, outside the United States, and vast amounts of financial resources. And they can outspend the Republican Party 15-1. It's just amazing. But our military installation in these sanctuary states bothers me. Because you got these people just walking around freely because they're protected. They have rap sheets 10 miles long. And when that open border, who's who? Who is who here? Like I said before, They caught two Chinese nationalists spying, right close to your airfield. You got a Muslim master's building right near a military installation in Texas. You can't make this stuff up. People should be a little bit more. I mean, yeah, we're focused on this gun control thing. I got it. I got it. We are focused dead on this. But like I said before, only a fool surrenders his or her firearm. Knowingly right now what we're up against. There's something wrong here. This does not make sense. I don't get it here, really. Tehran continues to death to America. These are threats that we have now got to deal with. We have got to deal with them. With the past administrations, and I'm talking about all of them, sat down, had meetings with these people, trying to negotiate with these people, and it's yeah, and go right back to the nuclear program. Meanwhile, I watched a video just recently because I was paying a little more close attention to the exchange between the Israeli prisoners from Hamas to Israel. And a lot of those Hamas people had American-made firearms. A lot of these drug cartel soldiers from these drug cartels have American-made firearms. Am I the only one to see this? Where do you get these firearms from? Now, first of all, these 13 states and the Mexican government want to sue our manufacturers out of business. And the FFLs. Court stopped them on this. But understand one thing, these manufacturers cannot ship arms out without their government approval. Let me make that clear. They just can't ship bulk of firearms without government approval. The Fast and Furious was the same similar situation when they got all these firearms out. And somehow they slipped in the hands of these, I don't think it slipped, but that's the word I'm going to use here. And these drug cartel people. Yeah, there's something really screwy here. We need to start paying a little closer attention. Because this whole thing stinks to high heaven. It really, really does. You have this level of stuff going on here, and all this distraction with Donald Trump. Donald Trump's not the problem here. You got your sanctuary states, you got your military infrastructure in some of these states, and you got these people wandering around. They probably taking pictures, maybe making notations, making plans. We don't know. But Democrats will push back on all this. There's an old saying, Murphy, what can happen will happen. I think we learned that from 9/11. There's something wrong here. So till then, keep your friends and family close and do not be afraid to defend yourselves. And keep your eyes open and ears clean. Catch you later.